Hey y'all, what's going on? Okay, so today what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna make up my batch of washing powder, and the washing powder that I'm gonna make, it'll last about up to a year. And this just a tub that I'm using, it's empty, and so I'm gonna be storing it in that. The bulk of it, and then I'll be just putting some over in my jar, in my laundry room or whatever, filling it up. And as I need more, I'll just be, filling back and forth. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all know exactly what I'm trying to say. Alright, so to make up this washing powder, what you need is you're going to need you some soap, right? Some soap. And I don't know if you can see me. Yeah, I know you can see me. I think you can. So you're going to need some soap. This is the pink bar. The pink bar is like a fragrance bar. I never use, and then they got a white bar. I never used the white bar, but I've heard that the white bar is extra cleansing to your clothes. I've never used it, so I can't really say how it works. But if you want to get out and try, give it a try. Because other people, they use it, and they like it. And also, they sell that actual white one. I don't know if it's the same thing as that white bar, but they sell like this is a bar. But they actually sell Zolt soap in a box that's already grated. If you can't grate the soap yourself, it's already done for you. Just get the box of soap that's already grated, the Zolt soap. Now, I'm going to tell y'all about a couple of different ones that you can use now. What is it called? Non-cast-style soap? I think that's what it is. Non-cast-style soap is what you will be looking for to make your washing powder with. And another one that they have in Walmart or wherever else that you can get it from, it's called Fells Naphtha. Naphtha or something like that. Fells Naphtha. I'll put a picture up here so y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. Fells Naphtha, and then they got another one that is called Kirk. If you have sensitive skin, you can use the Kirk for that. So the Fells Naphtha is actually like half the size of this bar of soap. This is a 14.1 ounce bar of soap. I know if you get the box that's already grated of the Zolt soap, the white flakes, it is like 17 point something ounces. And the Fells Naphtha, if this is 14, I'm guessing that Fells Naphtha is probably about 6 to 7 ounces, right? Never used the Fells Naphtha neither, but the Fells Naphtha is also popular too because Fells Naphtha is really, really good for cleaning greasy, dirty, like laundry, stuff like that, right? So I heard good stuff about it, but I've never used the Fells Naphtha because the Zolt soap, you get a bigger bar of it, right? Okay, so enough about the soap. Okay, so you're gonna need the Zolt soap, and for what I'm be making, I graded 2 of these right here. And so what you're gonna be using to grate your soap is you're gonna use your cheese grater, right? So instead of using the small side, the big side, you're gonna use the small side of the grater so that you can get a finer grit to it, a finer shred to the soap. So use the small side instead of the big side. This how you make it easy to grate your soap. I got my Zolt soap here. I done cut up 2 blocks of it, and I just cut it down thin and make it easier to handle so I can grate it. It's gonna probably take about an hour to grate this soap. It depends on how your hand, bothers you or whatever. You need to use the big side, use the big side. But I use the small side so I can get like a smaller shred to mine. Alright, so then you also gonna need you some laundry booster. This is a super washing soda by Arm & Hammer. And or you can also make this, right? So you get this from Walmart for like, let's see, a little over $5, I'm gonna say. We're just gonna call it $6, right? Because I don't know the change of nothing. And by the time you pay taxes, it's about $6. Alright, so this here is a 3-pound box of the super washing soda. And the way that you make this, right, it's a chemical process that happens when you do this. You will take you a box of baking soda and you will spread it out on your baking sheet, and you will cook it in the oven for like, I think it's 300 for like for like 3 hours. Don't mark me now. But I think it's like for 3 hours. And you cook it in the oven for 3 hours, and the chemical process and then you mix it, I guess you go in and probably stir it or whatever, I don't know, I ain't never tried to make it or whatever, but you probably don't even have to stir it, just cook it for the 3 hours. Anyway, there's a chemical process that happens, right? And when you cook this, it makes this. It makes the washing soda. So that's all I know about that right now. I ain't really trying to go into details on that part right there. If you want to know any more about that, just look up how to turn baking soda into a washing soda, right? And I'm pretty sure you'll find someone how to make it. All right, so then you're gonna need a box of the baking soda. All right, so you're gonna need 1 box of the baking soda, and the baking soda. This is a 4-pound box. This was like $3. I'm gonna say $4. $4 for this, and $6 for this. So we at $10 now on the washing soda. This right here is like $1 and some change. I'm gonna say like $1.25. So we like at what, $11.25, right? So then you're gonna need you some laundry booster of your choice, whatever kind. Whatever kind you want to use is up to you. But you need you a laundry scent booster. So I'm going to be adding this Gain here. And you could use a smaller one. You could get you whatever kind you want. Whatever kind. You like something from the Dollar Tree, get the one from the Dollar Tree. Get whatever your money can afford. Okay? So then you're going to need you some OxyClean. The OxyClean is optional. If you don't want to use the OxyClean, then add you another box of baking soda to it. So that'll make it 2 boxes of baking soda, right? If you don't use the OxyClean. So I'm going to be using the OxyClean. I got mine from the Dollar Tree. And we're going to be using this right here. And so I'm going to be just going to use the 3. All right? So then you're going to need 1 box of the borax laundry booster, right? And this here is a 4-pound box, and if I'm not mistaken, this is like 5 something too. So there's another $6. I done got kind of sidetracked. Y'all add it up. There you go. That's about how much it's gonna cost you to make the washing soda, right? The washing powder. So what we about to do is we about to get on ahead and get started with making this, right? So you're going to have all your little stuff together that you need and all that good stuff. And you're going to have your little your soap flakes and all that right there. And you want to take another step, right? So you want to get your food processor. I don't care whatever kind of food processor you got. Something that's going to break down your soap, because you want the soap to have a finer grit to it, right? Something that resembles washing powder. So this soap right here, it got little flakes. So you don't have to do this, but just to make sure that it dissolves good in the washing machine, you want to make sure that you get it down to like a powdery grit, right? Okay, so I'm going to show y'all how you do that. Now, if you're concerned about it not dissolving good in the washing machine, only thing you have to do is take the amount that you're going to be using in the laundry load that you have, and you're going to get you some, put it in a cup, dissolve it in some hot water, pour that over in your washing machine, and you ain't got to worry about, the soap and stuff not dissolving in the wash, right? Okay. So now, how we're going to do this here is, we're going to just go ahead on, and I'm going to take my washing soda. And we're going to mix that with this soap here so we can grind it down like we need it. Because if you don't, the soap just going to stick to the blade and not break down. And that's not what we want. So we need something dry to help it grind down. So we're going to use the washing soda to do that. All right. So I'm about to pour some water. And use your mask or do this outside. However, but be careful with the powder, y'all. Okay. So I'm just adding me some washing soda to that. And then let me show y'all what the flakes look like though. I'm gonna bring it to you because I don't want to take you down. I got you at the angle that I want you. Okay. So this here is what it looks like after shredding. This is what we got right there. And so you see it's nice little fine, but if you use the bigger grit, it'll be bigger than that, right? So use the small side if you can to grate it down. But we're gonna get this down into a powder. We're gonna try to anyway. Okay, so you're just gonna take some of your soap and put it right on over in here with that there. Right on in there. Put it on in there. And now we about to, I'm going to just top it with a little bit more of the powder. Yeah, no. Like that right there. Okay. All right. So then we're going to put the lid on here. And we're going to grind this down to a powder. Grind it down. Okay. So. All right. So now I got that done. Oh yeah, that did beautiful. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. We got that thing all the way down to a powder. Okay, so you're gonna have to mix this up, right? And what you'll do is you'll take it and dump it in your big garbage bag, double your garbage bag, so that you can mix it up if you don't have something large like I have. Or you can get you like a sterilite container to store yours in, whatever size that you want to get. Because I used to store mine in a sterilite container. Let me show you which one I used to use. Hold on. So I used to store it in this here container right here. But I don't know if I want to store it in this though. Because I like to use this for when we have, I'm gonna put it back in there. I'm gonna put it in now. Okay, so, but yeah. So that's what I used to store it in, but we ain't gonna store it in there. I'm going to store it in here. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take this here that we just grinded down, and I'm finna open up my box of borax. Open my box of borax because we're gonna need that. So since I gotta mix it, I'm just gonna start pouring little at a time, adding these here, the other ingredients to this. That way I'll pretty much have it halfway mixed, you know. So we're gonna pour us some borax. Don't pour all of it, just pour some. Then everything that I'm not mixing, I'm just gonna add a little at a time as we grate down all the soap, right? Y'all get the picture. Okay. So I'm gonna pour some of the scent boosters. I'm gonna pour some of the baking soda. Okay. Pour some baking soda. Okay. Then I'm gonna pour some of the OxyClean. I'm just go ahead and pour that whole container. Oh, and this here is a 15-ounce container of OxyClean. But like I said, I get it from Dollar Tree. Alright, so then we're gonna take this here and pour that in there. And look how it turned out though. Look at that. See how fine it got? Perfect. So we ain't got to worry about it dissolving. Okay. Alright, so we're finna just repeat this process until we get, excuse me, all of the soap grinded. So, yep. And you would just do that, what I just did, and dump it in your bag or your container. But dump it in a bag first if you're going to use a small container like what I just showed you. Dump it in a bag first so that you can just toss the bag around and get it all mixed up. Then cut a hole in the corner of the bag and just put it inside the container like that. I want to show y'all closer so y'all can really see it. Look at her. And And that soap is mixed right on up in there. So I'm going to dump that. Dump that down. And do it again. Alright, y'all. So my thing started player hating, and I guess it got overheated or something. That's what I'm gonna guess that it is, because it still works. It's just, I think it got overheated. So the show must go on. I got my little chopper out. I was just telling y'all, why when I tell y'all that you can use the little one, the big one want to cut up. But I'm glad I got most of it did, right? Okay. Okay, so let me finish this. Okay, so we got that. Like I said, the little one worked just as fine. It just takes a couple more couple extra batches to do it. Let me do it like this. I don't want no mess. So now we got this here. And that's a whole container. So I'll be able to make some more once I got to fill my jar up over there. I ain't gonna fill it all the way up because it's gonna be too heavy. So I'm gonna fill it like halfway so it don't be as heavy. But that's what we got right here. Right there. Okay? So now you just wanna mix it up. And like I said, you will have it in your bag. Double bag it so you don't have a mess everywhere. Or have you a good bag. And just mix it up. So I'm just gonna close this real good. And I'm just gonna roll this here. I think I'm gonna put a bag over this. But see this container here, y'all see? It's almost full. I only got like that much ways to go. So if I would have did more, then I would have definitely wouldn't have been able to fill this up. Okay. I mean, it would have been too full. I'm sorry. So I'm about to mix this here up. All right. So I'm finna try to do it the safe way. Lay it on the side. Since it's already halfway. Oh, I ain't finished adding the rest of I ain't finished adding the rest of this. Okay. Now we ready. That way if I have any spillage, it'll spill in the bag. So just mix, mix, mix. See what I'm saying? Now the thing don't open up. So good thing I had the bag over it, because I would have had a mess. Okay, so now this makes me want to just dump it in the bag. I should have did that from the get-go. It's all good though. But I'm gonna put another bag around this And we're gonna get this here double bags and finish mixing. Oh, he got a bag right here. We're gonna finish. I'm gonna dump it on. Put it in here. Put that in there. You know, technical difficulties, but y'all get to see it all. Okay. I just want to make sure I get this mixed up real good. Okay, so now I'm going to get my bag. Get that bag. Twist it. And then we just going to mix. All right, so that's pretty mixed, I'm sure. So now, if you had a good bag, you'll be able to lift that up. And since I'm kind of scared, I'm just going to turn that right on over now. Like so. Like that. And there we go. And that's how I made my washing powder. Right there. So hopefully y'all found this video very informative and y'all like the washing powder and stuff like that. But like I said, if you have sensitive skin, then try to use the Kirk's cast iron soap. I'll try to put it in the video so y'all can see what it is that you need or whatever. Because I've heard that those is for sensitive skin and stuff like that. But yeah, that's it. That's how we do this thing here. Okay, so until the next one, it's your girl Tiana. Y'all hit that like button. If you tried, let me know how you like it in your wash, in your clothes and stuff like that. All right, so I'm about to fill up my thing here. I ain't gonna fill it all the way up because that thing be heavy. Like I said, it's only gonna take 2 tablespoons for a large load, 1.5 tablespoons for a small load. Okay, so I realized I was mixing up what I was saying with the measurements that you need to wash your clothes. You need 2.5 tablespoons for a large load. 2 2.5 tablespoons for a large load, 2 tablespoons for a regular load, and then 1.5 for a small load. That's how you do it. Okay, and you could just get you a little measuring spoon and just put it in here. That way you could measure out your powder as you get ready to use it for the wash and stuff. But yeah, like I said, I ain't gonna fill this thing all the way up because this thing be getting heavy. So, yep. And that's how you make your washing powder. So, yeah. Look at that. Yeah. I'm turning y'all around. And the only thing it took was a few dollars and some time, you know. It may be cost a little bit, you know, to get it done, but at the end of the day, you gotta think that's only once a year, or maybe once every 6 months, compared to every month buying washing powder. So that's that. And now I got room to make my other batch now. So I think I'm going to do that. So, yep. Finna sit down and grate my soap. And that's the washing powder. Now I'm ready to wash some clothes. Don't forget to hit the like button.